Hey guys, it's the Lone One VA here, and this is my 100 sub Q&A live stream. If you have any questions, please send them over to chat, and I will look over them as soon as we get this live stream rolling. Okay. Also, guys, I just want to thank you for subbing to my channel and liking the videos I put out. I know they're not the best of quality, but hey, Plus Ultraman, thanks for joining me in the live stream, bud. I appreciate it. As of right now, you're the first person to be on my live stream right now. But that, guys, again, thank you all so much for liking my content, subscribing to my channel, and hey, Georgie, what's up, man? Again, if you guys have any questions about like what got me into doing voiceover work and stuff like that, just please put it in the chat and I'll try and answer it as best as I can. Also, I'll probably be live streaming for maybe about an hour or so. I don't know yet. It really means a lot to me, though, that you guys have subscribed to my channel and like my content, even though it's really not the best of quality. I mean, just today I looked over my sub count and I'm already at 116 subscribers. It's insane to me. Oh yeah, 117. Thanks a lot, man. I Plus Ultraman, I completely forgot. Like I said, it's blowing my mind about how many of you have subscribed to my channel. It's crazy. What got me into anime? Ooh, that's a good one. I guess it kind of. This is gonna be really friggin'. This is really gonna show how old I am. But what got me into anime is any of you ever heard of the anime Saint Seiya? Probably not. Probably since Netflix owns the rights to Saint Seiya now, but when I was a kid, it was way back when in the 1990s, it was known as Knights of the Zodiac. And watching that for the first time, I was like, what is this? Like, what is this show that I'm watching right now with these guys dressed in armor based off of the constellations, but they're called Knights of the Zodiac. I just thought it was such an interesting thing. It blew my mind when I was a kid. And ever since then, I've just been obsessed with anime, even all the way back then. Like, I've watched Pokemon, Dragon Ball, Yu Yu Hakusho. That's what got me into anime so badly. Thanks for the question, Plus Ultraman. And that really makes me feel old because I think Knights of the Zodiac came out in like 96. My favorite anime. Oh, that's hard to pick because I like so many different types and stuff like that. I guess my all-time favorite anime right now would probably have to be the Baki OVA series that's on Netflix. For those of you that probably never heard of it, Baki is like this old school anime that's basically, it's kind of like Kenshi the Mightiest Disciple, but a lot more violent in that regard, I guess. And the creator of Baki is actually a little bit obsessed with with the way muscles are formed and how they tighten and conform. And it's just, but the fight scenes in that are just insanely brutal. And I just love watching fight scenes like that. Yo, Plus Ultraman, I just got your messages on Twitter. Dude, that's fucking incredible. It's so fucking badass. I can't wait to put these as my new profile picture on YouTube. I can't wait. I'm probably going to do it after this live stream's over. Like, that is insanely awesome. Thank you so much, man. Even though it's only 2 people here, just keep the questions coming. I can talk for a long time. Any fan dubs I've been nervous to do? Nervous as in terms I wouldn't be able to pull it off, or that, or nervous about getting copyright striked. I guess it'd be, if I'm going to be completely honest, the one I would be nervous to do would probably be the JoJo one that I'm going to be doing in the future, because of how big of a fan base the JoJo fan base is, and how like people put JoJo as like one of the animes that is like almost sacred. Like, I'm planning on doing a fan dub of Giorno Giovanna, which is part 5, and I'm very nervous to mess this up, even though I know that I'm going to be doing it with the best ability I can, and just hope that it turns out as good as I hope it is in my head. Bow down to the sacred god of JoJo. I mean, yeah, it's Araki series has been around for so long, and that fan base is so vastly large. Like, you have people that claim that friggin' Battle Tendencies is the best, or Phantom Blood is the best, or hell, even Diamond is Unbreakable is the best. See, that's what I was thinking at first, and I probably will end up doing that with the Giorno fan dub. That I'll worry about that bridge when I get to it. I mean, I have other projects that I'm trying to get done and stuff like that. I will definitely take that into consideration in the future, though. But yeah, like, people say Battle Tendencies was my favorite until I actually started watching Diamond is Unbreakable subbed first, and then when it aired on Toonami. Mainly just because I like the name of Kira's stand, which is Deadly Queen, which is based off of Queen with Freddie Mercury, and like his stand, Deadly Queen, or Killer Queen, sorry, Heart Attack, and another one Bites the Dust. That's just, it's great. I have seen No Game No Life is good. I actually have to finish watching that. I started watching that, and I unfortunately haven't finished it yet, and I really want to. Just because Eric Vale, aka Trunks, is the lead actor in that. Which, fun fact, Eric Vale is one of my inspirations to get into the business of being a voice actor, a professional voice actor, among other voice actors that I've listened to in different anime. I've heard it's good though. I've heard No Game No Life is good though. Like, I have a lot of anime I need to catch up on. I'll be on the lookout for that cliffhanger then. See, I like light novels. I think they are really good. It's just that I've been more exposed to manga than I have been exposed to light novels. Like, I have one light novel, and it's Log Horizon, and I've been meaning to finish reading that, and I just haven't gotten the time to. Like, for some reason, it just keeps slipping my mind every time, and I know that I've heard good things about Log Horizon, and I need to read more light novels now that I think about it. Where do I see my? Well, the thing is, like, it's stated in my about section in my on my channel. I know, crazy, right? That there are 50 states, but that where I see my channel going from here, I don't really see it getting all that big. Actually, it's just like I said in my about page on my channel, I do YouTube basically for fun. I never really want to. I kind of don't want to make this into a career. Not that it's not this big thing where I can make it into a career. I'm pretty sure I probably could if I had the equipment and stuff like that. It's just I'm doing YouTube basically for fun. This is like a hobby for me. But I don't know. If people like my content enough to keep watching it, hey, that's awesome. I'll make more content for you. There's only 2 volumes of No Game No Life. I'll have to look. Next time I go to Barnes and Nobles, I'll have to look to see if I can find any copies. I know I'm slowly losing the will to live. There's only 49 states. And actually, going back to your comment, Plus Ultraman, when I start, oh God, this is really showing how long I've been on YouTube. When I started my YouTube channel back in 2011, I wanted to get really big and have people notice my content just to get the play buttons. I always thought like those play buttons were like, this is a symbol of your accomplishments as a channel, that people have noticed your stuff and liked it so much that we're giving you this basically trophy to symbolize how good of a channel you've been. But over the years, I've just decided, if people like my content, they like my content. I just really like doing this as a hobby. Georgie, I think slowly losing the will to live is just being goofy. Don't don't really pay attention to that. I mean, we're gonna have some troll comments in this live stream, I guess. Ever thought of doing a Sasuke Uchiha dub? I have, because this is a funny story. When I was in high school, my friend Chris, who's a big anime nerd like me, whenever we talked about like Naruto or stuff like that, I would always, sometimes my tongue would unconsciously roll my R's. So every time I would say Naruto, it always came out as Naruto, the way Yuri Lowenthal says Naruto every time he talks with his character talks with Naruto. He always goes Naruto. And I guess when Naruto first came out, I kind of picked up on that immediately. It has crossed my mind to do a Sasuke fan dub. I just kind of didn't think I had the confidence enough to do that iconic of a character of Yuri's when I could do someone like Simone, who's not that well known, but still has Yuri Lowenthal underneath of it, and start up from there, which is why I did the Simone speech fan dub first. What's up, Brandon? How you doing, my dude? But yeah, I would love to do a Sasuke fan dub, but at this moment in time, I still don't feel confident enough to tackle that kind of character yet. Oh wait, that's Short Anime King? Dude. No need to embarrass Short Anime King. Come on. You can. What's up, man? Oh wow, that's it's all right, man. I gotta say, I liked looking at your stuff, man. Really impressed. Especially with the intro you did for Plus Ultraman, that's some grade A stuff right there. But yeah, guys, just keep the questions coming, and I'll answer them as best as I can. I mean, we got plenty of time. Yeah, that's getting close, actually. Plus Ultraman's like at, I want to say close to, he's at like 9,200 something, but it's close to like 9,300, which still blows my mind. The kid's come a long way. A lot longer than me, and I've had my YouTube channel for almost for 8 years. How's it feel to hit it? Like I've said in the beginning of the stream, I don't know how to describe it. It's insane to me how like I said, I've been doing YouTube. I've had a YouTube channel for 8 years, and I never thought in a million years I'd hit 100. I was lucky enough to hit 50, but I'm grateful for it. I mean, excuse me, I couldn't be any more humble to the people who have subscribed to my channel and stayed with it long enough to actually like watching my videos. I can't thank you guys enough for liking my stuff. That's true. I mean, you're getting close there yourself. Last time I checked, you were at like what, 70 subs? Something like that. If not, then I need to look again because last time I checked, it was at 70. See, 81. I was close. I was close. I was getting close. How did I start on YouTube? Okay, I originally started on YouTube I wanted to do singing covers. I wanted to do music covers of different songs. And what it ended up happening was they weren't doing as great. Like my first ever YouTube video was actually me riding a mechanical bull, which is whatever. And then I just decided, why don't I do some vocal covers of like songs and stuff to see if I can get some traction going. And they really weren't going anywhere. And then I came back to my YouTube channel. I'm like, why don't I do some voiceover stuff, see if that does anything? And sure enough, now I do more voiceover stuff than I have done music stuff. I mean, I have a few music stuff on my channel, but I rarely go back to music stuff anymore. I stay mostly to my voiceover stuff and my comic stuff. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay. But yeah, that's the answer to your question, Short Anime King. Is that I originally wanted to do singing videos, but I just stopped doing those because they weren't really doing anything. Either that or people were just sending comments saying like, oh, we can't hear your voice. You're just playing the music over your voice and stuff like that. Yeah, the bag. Yeah, let me tell you, it's a nice bag, isn't it? Smooth. Just smooth as butter. Excuse me one more time. My this right here is of Thor's hammer, and the skull is a different skull. It was originally going to be a moose skull or an elk skull, but I thought it was too detailed at the time, so my tattoo artist decided to change it to a ram skull, which better fits the mythology for Thor, as he had two goats as his stagecoach called Tooth Gnasher and Tooth Grinder, I think. I actually have more tattoos. I have this on my arm, which is a wolf. It's a torn skin tattoo with a skull and a wolf head at the bottom, kind of like Trash Polka style mixed with torn skin. I have this, which is I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. It's a quote from a poem. And then I have my tribal cross. Yeah, I plan to get more. I plan to get more tattoos in the future when I eventually have a job and I start getting paid actual money. I plan to at least get this whole arm done, this whole arm full sleeve eventually. Yeah, I blame my parents for getting me into tattoos. Because now basically my whole family, well, my sister and me are now tattooed. My advice to people who want to get tattoos for the first time, really plan it out and like just don't go look at the first cool image you see and be like, that's immediately what I want to get tattooed on my arm. Like really plan it out. And I like that. That's funny because for those of you who probably haven't noticed, Todd Habercorn actually has the Fairy Tale logo on his arm as well. He has a black Fairy Tale logo on his arm, which I didn't know about until I found out about his Instagram. Please take my name. Clash with Ashes. I don't know what you mean by take your name, bud. Come on. It's funny because the guy who did my arm or did this to my arm, I actually looked up their pictures on their Facebook page. They're called Passion and Pride Tattoos. And I was looking through the pictures and I actually saw two pictures that were anime related. One was like a cosmic fairy tale symbol, like it was a galaxy in the fairy tale symbol. And the other was you'll get a kick out of this plus Ultraman. It was of All Might. Somebody asked the tattoo artist to draw All Might. I don't know where they got it, but I saw it was a stencil in one of their profile pictures, which I thought was awesome. But yeah, don't ever impulse buy a tattoo. Because you'll think it's so badass when you get it done, but then once it's done, you're like, oh my god, I may have made a big mistake in getting this done because now it's stuck with me forever. And don't get it twisted. Tattoos are really expensive. Well, not really expensive, but they can get expensive. How do I feel about Jump Force? Okay. My honest opinion on Jump Force is it could have been better, but it's not to Sonic 06 levels that some people are saying it is. Like, yeah, it's not great, it's not perfect, but I mean, it's almost every single Shonen Jump character to date that is in this game. And especially with the Season Pass DLC that was just announced, it's just... I see you, Clash. I see you. But yeah, it's not as bad as people are saying it is. It could be better. It could be... It looked rushed. It looks rushed a little bit, is what I'm saying. From like the cutscenes I've seen and all this. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Some people are comparing it to Sonic 06 levels and like the glitches and the apparent glitches and stuff like that. The way character models are, it's just, I don't know. I don't believe that. I think it's just, it may have been rushed. Ethan Leach, I see you, I see you, man. I see you. Shout out to Ethan Leach. Sorry. No problem, man. No problem. See, I remember playing Mega Man X7 and Sonic 06. I never beat Mega Man X7, although I will admit it did get repetitive after a while, especially with playing as Axel. And Sonic 06, I just don't want to talk about it. It's that game is horrible. It is bad. But I will say this, Sonic Boom is worse than Sonic 06. See you later, Ethan. And yes, that is my dog, and that is my dog in the background. I was kind of hoping she'd be asleep throughout this whole live stream, but I guess it didn't pan out that way. And I mean, hey, if you don't think Sonic Boom is as bad as Sonic 06, then that's your opinion. That's just me. That's what I personally think. I just got another new subscriber, so now I'm probably at like, what, 120 now? Oh, no, I'm not. I agree. Sonic Boom and Sonic 06 are bad games. They were rushed to hell. I remember pulling that trick sometimes with my parents. Maybe that's what got me into acting in the first place, because I was so believable in faking being sick. Whoa. Almost knocked my laptop over. Lay down? Okay. Come on. Why? Okay. I'm sorry. I keep dodging everybody. I'll be right back. Okay. I'll answer this question real quick. My favorite video game, does it have to be when I was little or right now? Because I can tell you what my favorite game is right now. if it's right now, my favorite game to play right now is actually the new Spider-Man game. It's a tie between the new Spider-Man game and Persona 5. I am. It doesn't matter. Well, okay, then yeah. My favorite game right now is like it's a tie between Persona 5 and Spider-Man. Like I've been playing a lot of Spider-Man and Persona 5. Other than that, like those two games have basically taken over my life almost. I think the reason Persona 5 has taken so much time instead as well as Spider-Man is because I just love Ryuji, which if you've watched some of my videos, you know I did an awakening of my persona, which is Fenrir, and I did Ryuji. I'm not ignoring you, class of Ashish. I see you. I see you. I see you. I'm not ignoring you. I know you're there. But I did an awakening for Persona 5, which was a whole challenge back in like 2017, 2018, which I'm very late for. And the Ryuji fan dub. I have been thinking about doing that Spider-Man fan dub. It's just trying to find a Spider-Man comic with the panels that I think will actually grab people, and because every time I think about doing a Spider-Man comic dub, I think of the Death of Spider-Man motion comic that I've seen on YouTube. And like how much emotion and all that was put into it, along with the other voice actors and stuff. Like every time I watch that Death of Spider-Man motion comic, I tear up every time. It makes me cry it makes me want to cry so bad. But again, Clash with Ashish. I see you. Are you gay for giraffes? No, I am not. I am not gay for giraffes. Thank you for your question, though. It's okay. There she is. It's all right. Hair's all over the place. Can you see my dog? Okay, I guess. I mean, if she'd stop hopping around, then yeah, there she is. That's my dog. Should cover the camera a bit. Thanks. She can be a pain in the ass, though, sometimes, especially when I'm trying to sleep. Because I'll be trying to sleep and I hear my door open and I look up and she's trying to get in my bedroom. Well, I can't help that. I mean, I'm on my laptop. I can't. The way the camera is and she's moving around, I can't really get a good shot of her. I know. You stop snapping at me. Stop it. I will take you out in a little bit, okay? I just gotta answer some questions from some of my subscribers, that's all. Yeah, I know. Where was I again? I completely lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, I forgot. Short Anime King, you're still in high school. I completely forgot about that. I did see your update video though. Yeah, high school can be draining sometimes. Believe me. I think I was still answering Plus Ultraman's question about the Spider-Man thing. Yeah, I would love to do a Spider-Man comic fan dub. Don't get me wrong. It's just every time I think about it, I think back to that, like I said, the Death of Spider-Man motion comic that's on YouTube, and how my acting still doesn't really compare to what that video was and all the emotion that was put into it. Like I said, that video still makes me tear up every time I finish watching it. And it's because of the ending is what destroys me almost, is because of how sad it is. And how like Spider-Man did his best in that fight and he just couldn't. He saved everyone, but at what cost, you know? Shit. Keep kicking my friggin' table. Who am I? I'm Spider-Man. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm just a guy on YouTube celebrating his 100 subscribers. Watashi wa kita. May they all leave. I don't know. I honestly don't know. This went from a Q&A live stream to just a chill live stream. I don't know what happened. Like, some people will ask questions, some won't. It's fine. I'm fine with this being just a chill little live stream for what it is. I mean, yep. Hey, nothing wrong with being a little crazy. Yeah, kind of. They do. They do seem to be, like, the main thing for subscriber specials. Like, most of the time you'll see, I've seen a few people. I remember Teching 101. I think he did something for like his 300,000 subs or something like that, maybe 200,000. I can't remember, but yeah, they seem to be the big thing for subscriber specials. I mean, like, hell, even 100 subscribers, that may not seem like a big deal to some people, but hey, I never thought I'd hit 100 subs. And yeah, streams can be fun when people are active. I mean, granted, I could have probably chosen a better time frame to do this live stream. I mean, most people are either at school or at work. but this is actually the only time where no one is in the house and it's not as loud in the house. So I could be able to do this quietly and talk to you guys as quietly as I can because no one's home. I'm the only one home. So, but this is fun to do. I like doing this. If I ever hit maybe 200 or 300, I'll probably do another one of these. Who knows? Only the future will tell. He is. He's really good. I like his stuff. Actually, I don't know if any of the people in this chat are subscribers to Teching 101. Maybe some of you are, maybe some of you aren't. If you are, I'd go watch his stuff. He does One Piece reviews. He does discussion videos. He does really good stuff. I like watching Teching stuff. I'm actually really looking forward to whenever him, Nux, and I think Roger Base are finished with their Devil Fruit contest. And yes, I did get my fruit into the contest. I think because I asked Teching about it because he said he was finishing up his the amount of fruits he got emails of, and I asked like, okay, well, what about the zones and Logias? And he said that Nux and Roger Base are doing the Logias and zones. So I was like, oh, okay. But hopefully my the devil fruit I came up with either gets an honorable mention or maybe gets into like the top 3. I'm hoping at least. We'll just have to wait till when they get a release date for that contest. Because I think Teching said himself like he has like 2,200 Paramecias to go through, and just recently he made it through like half of those, which is insane to me. I don't think I could even survive going through 2,200 different entries of stuff like that. That would burn me out so fast. You got a fan here, Plus Ultraman. No, that's a really good video of his, though, is What If Stain trained Deku. I really liked that. I thought it was a great video. It is windy as fuck outside. Like, yeah, Plus Ultraman does good. He does really good videos. He does really good What If videos. Like, not even just on My Hero Academia. Well, My Hero Academia, he does is what the bulk of his channel is, but he does what some of the bulk of his channel is, but it's also he does mostly Dragon Ball Z what ifs and stuff like that. Thanks. I really hope that Nux or Roger Base, depending on whoever looked at my entry or the email I sent, really likes that idea, because I've looked up all the zone types, like mythical zone types, and I have not seen a mythical zone type like the one I chose. So I hope it at least gets like an honorable mention or something. At least I'd be fine with that. Yeah, I know he did, and I appreciate him for that. I really do appreciate for him to link my live stream in, because I don't think many people would watch my live stream if not. That'd be interesting. That'd be very interesting. Get fan ideas on like how a what if could finish. Yes, and Nux Taku, our Lord and Savior. Yep. Which is why I actually follow him on Twitter now. I didn't follow him on Twitter before. I follow Tekking, Nux, Joyboy. I don't think I followed Roger Base yet. I might have to look him up after this live stream is over. I mean, hey, if you can't do the whole if you can't do a contest prize thing, I'm sure most people would enjoy just being a part of the community, you know? That's what I would think. I mean, really, I'm not the reason I did the Devil Fruit contest for Tekking is not really to win anything. It's just to be like, hey, I thought of this idea and I think it would be a cool Devil Fruit. I mean, if I won, I won. If I didn't, I mean, whatever. I really couldn't care less. I mean, don't get me wrong. It would be nice to win, but I just thought it was fun to make something. I know. I'm going to take you out in a minute. Live stream's almost over. Hey, that's on you, man. If you voted, that's on you. Yes, there is. There is a Ninetales zone, and it's owned by one of the Blackbeard pirates, which I can't remember her name right now, but yes, she owns the it's something model Kitsune, or it's Mythical Zone. It's like, I think the Fox fruit model Kitsune or something like that. But yes, a member of the Blackbeard pirates owns a Ninetales zone type. Killa. Just ignore him. Just ignore. Not to be rude, just... Hey, Doug, how's it going? There's actually... Going back to One Piece real quick, there's actually one character I really hope gets more character development, just because... Actually, no. A whole bunch of characters that I hope... A whole bunch of characters I want to see get more character development, and that's actually the Minx. We don't really know that much about the Minx. We don't... I mean, I'm sure they have done some backstory on the Minx, but I want to know more about the culture of the Minx. That's just my opinion. A possibility of Xenoverse 3. I mean, I would like to see a Xenoverse 3. It's just... I think the Xenoverse series is more known for their mods than the actual gameplay. So, hey, if Xenoverse 3 does happen, mods will have a field day. That's what I think. I would love to do a Xenoverse 3, though. Maybe tie in a little bit more of Super. Maybe, like, do a Tournament of Power. Do the whole Tournament of Power arc, plus the Broly Super movie. I mean, that would sell 1 million copies like that. I will think about it. I will think about reading a Naruto fanfic on my channel. It's just I have to when it comes to if I did a Naruto type fanfic, I'd have to look for one that's a little bit. How do you feel about Moro, and should he be adapted into the anime? I I have to really think about that. Sure. Yeah, why not adapt him into the anime? I don't see a problem with that. And just going back to your previous question, Doug, would I like I said, with the whole putting the Broly Super movie into a Xenoverse game would be such an interesting thing to do, especially with Few and the way he was manipulating time and turning people into time breakers. Just imagine Dragon Ball Broly Super as a time breaker. I mean, I know they did that with the old movie Broly, but just picture that with the new Super Broly. Jesus Christ, that'd be horrifying. Which also brought me back to my next thought. How about adding Cumber? For those of you who don't know, Dragon Ball Heroes is an anime that is over in Japan, and it's an ongoing series there. They introduced a new saying called Cumber, and oh boy, let me tell you, that motherfucker is a monster. Like, he would probably give Broly a run for his money in terms of power. But I would love to see Cumber in a Xenoverse game. Hell, a Dragon Ball game in general that's not Heroes. I would love to see Cumber in. Like, that character is just so he's basically like what the 90s Broly, like what 90s Broly was. We didn't know much about him up until the backstory they gave, which is still bullshit in my opinion. But yeah, just imagining Goku, Vegeta, and Broly going up against Cumber. That'd be like a pay-per-view fight. It would be so disgusting in terms of animation and fighting. Like, holy shit. Oh yeah, and doing a One Piece fanfic would be nice too. I just don't know how I. I loved it. I loved the animation in Dragon Ball Super Broly. Like, it was different. It wasn't like the normal art style, which I personally was okay with. I thought it was fluent. I thought everything just matched so well. Like, that's what I look for in certain types of anime, is how the animation looks and how the characters are. It's just it was amazing to look at. And if Super actually did use that animation, maybe people would stop bashing on it so much back when it first came out. Because those first few episodes of Super, let me tell you, woof, they were not pleasant. And yes, my hero, this is a very chill stream for 100 subscribers. Like I said, I don't if this is more like a Q&A sort of chill stream, and that's fine with me. I don't really mind that much. And we just hit the hour mark, but I'm going to keep this going a little bit more, probably stop at like, I don't know, maybe in a little bit. Yeah, like I said, I really don't mind. A chill stream's fine with me. I don't really see a problem with a chill stream. Because I kind of see these chill streams as kind of like I don't script anything really. I do basically things off the cuff, and I kind of see this as like something Tekking would do. Like, this is just sort of the streams that I've seen him do, and I'm like, okay, I'll do stuff like that too. Oh God, yeah, this is okay. What Doug just said is basically a Jump Force thing. Apparently, in Jump Force, you can you can get different vehicles. See you later, man. Thanks again for stopping by. But the thing with the vehicles in Jump Force is you get a bike, which is from Dragon Ball. A pod, you get Frieza's pod. You get the little Going Merry ship that's from the Thousand Sunny, and you get a frog from Naruto. Well, you basically get Gamakichi from Naruto, but for some reason it doesn't have jumping animations. It just floats there. So it basically just floats around like you would be on like the bike or like the boat, which I never understood. I mean, at least the boat had cycling animations in the little propellers or the little rotors, sorry. But it's just weird to me that they wouldn't bother to animate the toad jumping like a toad would. But I don't know. Like, that to me just, I don't think it was intentional. I think they just ran out of time for the release date. That's just me. That's just what I think. Do I think Mission Z will be good? I think the thing, like, honestly, it would depend, like, on how the. I'm guessing you're talking about Dragon Ball. You're talking about Dragon Ball Heroes, correct? Or you might just fill me in because for some reason I'm trying to remember what Mission Z is. I might have forgotten. Just please clarify, okay? Okay, then yes, I think it would depend on who's right, who that particular writer is for that episode. If they can make a decent story for that episode, then yeah, I would hope that it would be good. I really do hope so, because so far, all of Dragon Ball Heroes from the anime we've seen so far have been really good knockouts. Like, I think I saw a thumbnail on a video, what looked like babied versions of cauliflower and kale. Jesus Christ, man. Like, basically, Dragon Ball Heroes is a big what if series. Like a literal what if series. And I just love that. And imagining Berserker baby Kale. Ooh, boy. And people thought baby Vegeta was bad. Hey, CJ, how's it going? Streaming for about an hour now. I may stream for a few more minutes and then just call it a day here. Any last minute questions before I stop the stream, and I'll be happy to answer. My favorite shonen character. I kind of have a list of shonen characters I like from when I was little. With hands down, when I was little, it was Yusuke Urameshi from Yu Yu Hakusho. I just thought he was the baddest badass I've ever seen in anime at that time. And nowadays, I'm gonna get to your question in a minute, Doug. Nowadays, it's I want to say it's Giovanna. And did I see the Broly versus Beerus fan animation? I did not, but after this live stream, I may go check it out. And my next big episode, I actually told Plus Ultraman this because I actually DM'd him on Twitter. My next big project is hopefully going to be a fan dub of Giorno Giovanna from Part 5 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. That's my big go-to. Until then, I'll just have some little side pieces here and there. Like, I have a comic thing of like an AU from Undertale that I want to do. I have not seen Mondo Cool. I may check that out when after this live stream's over. And then I have a the Brutus comics, like the Brutus and Pixie comics. I have something for that while I'm working on the Giorno episode. And Nux uploaded? I'll have to look at that after this live stream too. I'll have to look at the Beerus and Broly fan animation, then look up Mondo Cool, and then check out the Nux video he uploaded. But yeah, the Giorno Giovanna fan dub is my next big project. Well, see, I feel like not that many people know about Heroes. I mean, they may have gotten introduced to it with, God forbid, Ultimate Tenkaichi and Xenoverse, but other than that, most people don't know about Dragon Ball Heroes outside of Japan. I probably did. I probably did gain a few subscribers from this stream, and to those who did sub to me because of this stream, thank you all so much. I can't express how that makes me feel. Comic book heroes. There are plenty of what ifs of comic book heroes that I've seen. I mean, they're not YouTube videos, but I have seen some what if superhero comics. Thank you for clarifying me on that. I can't believe I got that mixed up. Thank you again for clarifying that, Doug. I appreciate it. The top three my top three videos I've made. Okay. In my honest opinion, my favorites are, well, two of them are Gurren Lagann related because I think that's kind of what started to blow up my channel a bit. Are my Simone speech, which I gave my all in. I gave 110% in that. And then my Khitan Sacrifice fan dub, which I also gave 110% in that, maybe 120% into that. And then my Persona 5 Awakening or Persona Awakening video, which I've seen a lot I've seen a lot of YouTube videos about that, and that just immediately caught my eye, and I love the Persona series. So those are my top three. Hey, and that is kind of that what Doug just said. Yeah, that is kind of a untapped little fountain that people can make up, but Dragon Ball is still kind of at a high point on YouTube. Like most videos involving Dragon Ball do get a lot of views, so I think more people will gravitate towards Dragon Ball what ifs and stuff like that over comics, regular like Marvel and DC stuff. But I do see your point. I do get your point that some people should do some comic book like Marvel and DC what ifs. Although I feel like most people will gravitate just towards like the DC Elseworlds for what ifs or the whatever Marvel has for their whatever Marvel has for their not Earth 616 continuity. But I do get what you mean. My take on Goblin Slayer. Okay, if you wanted to watch Goblin Slayer and you are like very well, I shouldn't say squeamish because it's not like there's a lot of gore in it, but if you're like highly sensitive to like suggestive rape and stuff like that, then maybe steer clear of Goblin Slayer just if you're not comfortable with that type of subject matter. Other than that, I think it's a really good series. And what upcoming animes are you looking forward to so far? God, I'm trying to think. There's a lot of good anime that are coming out. I'm actually looking forward to, I guess I'm looking forward to all of them, really. Like, I don't count my chickens before they hatch when it comes to upcoming anime. If they're good, they're good. If they're bad, they're bad. I really don't like to, you know, shoot the gun before I load it, you know? Just I want to wait till they come out, see how they are, and then just get my opinions from that. Right now, I'm looking forward to Devil May Cry 5. I pre-ordered that back in January, and let me tell you, this is kind of a fuck up for me, but I accidentally spent most of my money that I was saving for the game. But I already put money down on it. I think I already put money down on it. I just have to go and pick it up when it comes out. Thankfully, my birthday is coming up soon. I'll be 24 on next Thursday. Actually, I'll be 24, and hopefully, I get to pick up that game. Hopefully, I get enough money to go and pick up the game. And what do I think of Eric Vale as Trunks? I like Eric Vale as Trunks. I personally can't think of anybody better for Trunks than Eric Vale. I mean, there are some people who probably could think of a better person to play as Trunks, but in my opinion, I grew up with Eric Vale as Trunks. Eric Vale is my Trunks. No disrespect to the voice actress who plays young Trunks. She's a good Trunks, but I just prefer Eric Vale as Trunks because that's what I grew up on when I was a kid. I grew up on Eric Vale. So I like Eric Vale as Trunks. which I guess you're asking that because I don't know if you saw my my fan dub of History of Trunks, where I did Trunks going Super Saiyan for the first time. Which, let me tell you, now that I look back on that video, yeesh, I blew that mic out on my headphones so badly. I have not tried Apex Legends, and I don't know if I will, honestly. I mean, it just doesn't seem like my thing. And plus, I think isn't Apex Legends an Xbox One title, and I play on a PS4, so okay. I think there's an explanation for that, and I think it's because at the time when History of Trunks came out, I don't think that they signed Kyle Hebert as the definitive adult Gohan voice. So that's probably why they had a different voice actor to play adult Gohan in that timeline. Also, the way I see it as is Trunks in that timeline, that's what his Gohan sounded like. But when he went back in time to change the past, it ended up somehow changing how Gohan sounded in when the Gohan in our timeline became an adult to compared to when Trunks was growing up. And see you later, Short Anime King. Thank you for stopping by. Oh, I think that's because Trump. I think that's because Eric Vale tried to make his voice sound younger than how his voice normally sounds. Because normal Trunks is how we see him when he cuts down Frieza, and then when he's telling his backstory, I think it's Eric Vale just trying to make his voice higher so it sounds like he's younger. That's what I think. Also, I feel like the Trunks in History of Trunks was just it was him transition like him going through puberty, so that's why he has that weird sounding voice in History of Trunks, if that's what you're trying to say, Doug. But I hope that's as best as I could have answered that. Team Four Star. Team Four Star as Team Four. If Funimation casted Team Four Star, I feel like that would be interesting because you said you like Masako as Goku. I think he's funny as Goku. Me personally, I would love Lanny Pator to be not the definitive Vegeta, but like a. It's funny because Funimation did Dragon Ball Z Kai, and they actually, or at least I think it was Funimation that did DBZ Kai, but during the final arc of the Buu saga for Kai, when that whole like stage thing for Hercule defeating Cell is they actually hired some of the Team Four Star guys to do some of the actors that were playing like Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, Cell. Some of the Team Four Star guys were actually in Dragon Ball Z Kai for that little stage performance that Hercule had that was played for Hercule during the World Martial Arts Tournament. And yes, Masako is actually really close to the Japanese voice actor, who I think that was actually what he intended to do, was to sound close to the Japanese voice actor. I'm not 100% on that, though. Oh, you don't? Oh, wait, no, never mind. You don't like. Okay, never mind then. But well, yeah, like I said, I think Masako intended to sound close to the Japanese voice actor just to, I guess, just to add some comedy to it. I mean, I think he does Goku, he did Gohan. I think if they're going to do the Boo Saga, they are doing the Boo Saga sometime in the spring. I think he's going to do Goten too. But that's what I'm thinking that they're going to do if they can get Masako again. I don't know if they're not going to be. I don't know if they are going to have trouble getting Masako. All right, guys, I think that's going to be it for this stream. Thank you all for coming out. I appreciate you all giving me your questions. Oh, real quick, I'll answer this before I sign off. Who do you want to play Boo personally? I want Kaiser to play him as Super Boo. As Fat Boo, I want Lanny. Um, for super for Super Boo, okay. Real quick, I'll answer this and then cut the stream. For for Fat Boo, I actually think either Stefan or Grant would be a funny Boo. That's just my opinion. I would probably have wanted Ben to be Fat Boo, but since Ben left, probably Grant as his replacement. Either that or Stefan. But yeah, Kaiser for Super Boo because his deep voice is really good, and I think he would be an excellent Super Boo. Actually, I think Lanny would be a funny as hell Kid Boo, to answer your question. But yeah, thank you all for coming out, and look forward to to the videos I have in the future. See you later, guys.